Welcome to Deathmatch N Chill. My name is Dom,
I'm Aaron.
I'm Ashley.
and today we are going to be talking about Modern Warfare 2, the game that is on everybody's mind in the gaming community right now. So, with Modern Warfare 2, we've got fucking multiplayer, Warzone, and then CDL implications from all of this. But just moving on down the list, let's go over multiplayer. Are you guys hyped for multiplayer?
I am. I'm stoked.
I-
Yeah.
I'm getting excited. I mean, definitely seeing the gameplay. I'm a little worried about some aspects that we have seen with the adding of what was it? Some type of bomb or something that you can throw up and it kills
Drill
people
charge.
above. Drill
The
charge. Okay.
fuck are you people talking about? I have a job. Okay. I wasn't. Just fuck. What is
Uh,
this
it,
bomb
in
charge?
in this
So
trailer, yeah, go for it, Aaron.
it's called the drill charge. Originally, I thought it was actually going to be a field upgrade, but then it's actually a lethal. But
Oh, it is a
Ooh.
lethal.
did you ever play Rainbow Six Siege?
A little bit.
Do you remember
No.
Fuse?
Was he that dude who could like put something on the wall?
And it would shoot grenades through the wall?
Yes.
The drill charge does that. You throw it at the wall, and it'll shoot a wall. It'll basically pop a grenade out on the opposite side of the wall.
That's dope. Is that for any wall? Did they clarify?
They didn't, I don't think. Like they didn't really, you just kind of showed it. No one even really ever actually talked about it a whole lot. You
Oh,
just kind of saw it
Yeah.
in the trailer. And
Trailer.
in the trailer, there's a dude that's running under it looks like a bridge or just part of a building from the outside. And he throws it up at the roof, but it's actually like a hallway inside the building, and there's like three dudes in there, and it launches a grenade up right in between everybody.
damn, that's pretty cool.
See, like
Um,
I can see where the concern is, but I'm actually kind of excited about it because like that's one of those like if I know a fucker's in the corner, now I can just throw that on the opposite side of the wall. I don't have to worry about getting shot by him.
yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because like I said, I wasn't watching the stream or any of that shit. But I did. I was looking at the feedback on Twitter, and a lot of people were gonna say like this is Camp Fest, 2022. But this drill charge doesn't make it sound like that.
I think once the full game comes out, there might actually be a fair amount of like counters to camping.
That's good. I'm always a fan of the counter camping. Now, when this grenade came out, was it cooked?
No, he
I
just
don't, yeah.
the actual drill charge definitely wasn't. He just chucked it. But then the cook kind of the or it was kind of like a cook grenade, I suppose, because it kind of pops out and it seemed like it exploded like almost as soon as it like pops out of the drill charge.
Damn. All right. That sounds
But
pretty cool for Warzone too.
but
If
at the
that's
same
if
time,
it's
like
involved.
I feel like touching on the concern aspect of it, also with it being lethal, like you don't have an unlimited supply of them throughout the like a life. Like you might have one a life or whatever, or maybe two if there's a perk for it or whatever. But
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're going on some kill streak, you're not just gonna have an ungodly amount.
exactly,
Not got scavenger on and you're just replenishing these wall bangs.
right?
Well,
But
and that does sound like it would increase the amount of people running and gunning. You don't
right,
want to stay still.
but I mean, I guess we could stick on concerns. Like Ash, what are some of your other concerns you were thinking about?
Oh shoot. Yeah, there were a couple. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to look
I
back.
don't
Hold
know.
on. I have a
Was
note on mine.
was map design one of them? Because I have heard mixed bags on what the maps appeared to be.
Well, I'm excited for the maps. I mean, there were
Yeah.
3 lanes. Like it looked like they're going back to the traditional like 3 lane running. Like correct, Aaron?
Yeah, I thought they look like a mix, like a good mix between overly complicated and overly like simplified three lane.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's like
And I
that's
heard
somewhere in between.
I caught like 2 minutes of a stream, and someone said that they're keeping it to only 2 levels of elevation. I don't know if you guys heard something similar.
On just multiplayer maps that they're talking?
I believe so. Yeah, I think they said
Oh.
multiplayer maps. Like, there's not going to be like a third level, or they're going to stick it within 2 levels. Is what
Yeah,
I heard.
I think 6v6 is trying to stay more like that. And from the streams I was watching this afternoon of the beta, like I didn't see like crazy amounts of elevation. Like it seemed like it was all a lot of the gunfights were either a little like aiming up slightly or they almost were all like always on the same floor as you.
That's pretty good. Down for that. Speaking about the gameplay though, in that end, what is going on with these perks? Could someone please explain to me? I've had like 2 people explain to me how the perk system works, and I still don't get it.
I
the
got
new
you.
one?
Yeah.
So
It's like all
so
fucked up.
you start out with a basic perk.
Okay.
Which or 2 basic perks. You get to pick 2 basic perks, and the basic perks are Overkill, Double Time, Battle Harden, Scavenger, EOD, Tracker, Strong Arm, and Extra Tactical.
Oh shit. So
So
those are
you,
all competing.
Dang.
yeah, so you get 2 of either, or you can pick 2 of any of those,
Okay.
and then you get a bonus perk. So
Is
after
it based
like
on score?
score speeds it up. It's similar to like a field upgrade. So roughly, like if you were to sit and do nothing around the 4 minute mark, you would earn your bonus perk. But from what I understand, if you're getting score, so kills, assists, playing the objective, you'll gain it quicker.
Okay. What
And
Do
are
you
then
have
these
to?
bonus perks?
and
Yeah,
then
do
the
you
Sorry.
like? Yeah, do you get it? Do you have to put it on your class like preemptively, or is it something you get it and then you go choose it? So if you don't choose
when
it, you don't get that bonus perk.
when you're building your class, you like have to like either select or build your own what they call perk package, and that is your basic perks, your bonus perk, and your ultimate perk. So you have it all selected on your class when you're going into the match.
Okay, but if you die, it's not like you lose it. You would still keep that bonus perk.
Yeah, it's not a kill streak. It's still you're still working towards your perk or like you would with a field upgrade. So it's like death won't affect
Oh,
it.
oh,
So
okay.
then, could you run like a class with certain perks, get up to that bonus perk, and then swap to another class, and you would still have a bonus perk?
Um,
These might be too in depth for.
yeah,
I mean, we're
those
still at the
I
first day,
yeah.
but
If
all right,
if I had to guess with that, I'd say no.
all right, all right.
That
Well,
or if you change your package, it might keep your bonus and your ultimate the same, potentially. No, it
Okay.
it'd probably switch all of them, but I bet you it would reset the timer.
Mm,
Because I could see how that could get broken.
yeah.
But then again, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, so then your actual bonus perks are Focus, Quick Fix, Fast Hands, Cold Blooded, Spotter, and Resupply.
Wait, quick fix.
Yeah, Quick Fix is fuck, I'm trying to remember what Quick Fix actually does.
like healing
Is that where you
yourself?
killed? Yeah, it
No,
was healing yourself, right? But was it like using a stim pack, or was
no,
it
no,
when
no,
you
no.
killed somebody?
Quick Fix is yeah, it's on kill. So after you kill someone, you immediately start your health regen.
Mm,
Okay.
And I think your health regen might be sped up a little bit, but it's like on kill.
okay.
And then
And
next
what? Yeah.
Next, you have your ultimate perks or your fourth perk, which if you were to stand still and do nothing, you would earn it or roughly around the 8 minute mark, so about 2 minutes before game time's up.
Damn, that's harsh.
Yeah, so those ones are um Bird's Eye, Survivor, Overclock, Hardline, Ghost, and High Alert.
Wait, Ghost?
Ghost and High Alert. Those
Don't.
I think the idea of the way they're doing this perk system, which my take on it, or when I'm looking at it, I think they're trying to get away from crutch perks.
Makes sense, but I'm of the thought process that crutch perks, that's just part of Call of Duty, in my mind.
Right? Well,
I'm a
well,
crutcher all the way.
well, and then the UAV, or not the UAV, the mini map in this game is
Ooh,
like
I was just gonna ask that.
Modern Warfare 2019. So when people are shooting their guns, they don't ping as red dots.
I hate that.
So
Yeah.
in order for them to ping like normal, you have to have the bird's eye perk.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, then I
Similar,
like
Fuck.
that if they have the bird's eye perk and then they're also giving you a second perk to choose also. Most of the time it's like that one perk and that's it.
right? But that bird's eye is an ultimate perk. So you're waiting until almost the end of the map to get a regular mini map.
Which sucks because you're not. I mean, are you gonna get your nuke in the last 2 minutes of a match? Probably
I mean,
not.
Isn't that the biggest chance to get a nuke is towards the end of the
Well,
map,
you
not
have
at the
to. What I mean
beginning,
is, you
middle?
have to like lead up to that, and if you don't have that, like, okay, that perk, I think, is a huge advantage. It's like having a dead silence, which I did not hear you mention as a perk, if I am
field
correct.
it's a field upgrade.
Of course. Think they were gonna bring that back? Fuck.
Probably not the way it's going. And the other thing too with bird's eye, so gunshots and everything ping like normal, but then I think it also zooms the mini map out so you can see more of the map, so you can like locate people quicker,
Oh, that's awesome.
right? I'm
Wait, so
pretty,
it changes the view, like so instead of being zoomed in, it's more zoomed out?
yeah, like the mini map up in the corner will zoom out so like you can see the whole map basically, or like a bigger section of the map, so you can tell where those dots are easier.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
And then Survivor's the perk that I I don't know, man. That's the one that's got me iffy.
What's that one?
You guys were never big on like COD 4, right? Like the 2007 Call of Duty?
I'm gonna admit, that was before I even had a next gen system at the time.
N-
I was still rocking the PS2.
No, I feel it. But that was that Call of Duty had a perk in the multiplayer called Last Stand. And when you die, you would drop instead of actually dying, you would drop down and you could crawl around and use your pistol.
No way they're bringing that
How,
shit back.
how long
This
would you be down for? Like an extra only like 10 seconds or something? Or
it was a while. It was enough to piss people off. Like no one talks highly of Last Stand. And it was one of those things where
damn.
you'd kill someone, you'd get the points for the kill, so you would assume they're dead. You turn around, you get blasted in the back by a desert eagle.
Uh, okay. I could
But
see that
it
being a major problem.
but now it's even worse. Because now not
What?
only do you drop down into last stand, Survivor allows you to self-res once per life, and teammates can also res faster.
Wait, teammates
Wait,
can res?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your teammates can res you, and if you have the perk on, they res you faster.
Oh
I
my
thought that
god.
self-res was only for, or like the whole revive mechanic was for like SMD slash that like extraction thing.
It is not. It is also for that perk.
Oh, so if you're rocking that perk, you can be revived really at all, like in the entire game.
Well, luckily it is an ultimate perk, so you won't get it until like the middle to end of the match anyways. But yeah, as long as you have that perk on, I think people can res you, and you can self-res once per life.
Oh, damn.
So, what I'm hearing from this perk conversation is that basically a match is going to be broken up into 3 parts. The beginning part where everybody's kind of equal, the middle part, and then the end part where everybody's just OP.
And pretty much. And what sucks about it is your better players, they're definitely going to hit those ults faster than like
Yeah.
per se someone who's not getting a lot of kills or not playing much of the objective. They're not going to hit those ults as quick. So, I mean, I think you'll always pretty much, unless the game is over before that like 8-minute mark, I think you're pretty much always guaranteed the ultimate. But if you're playing a bunch of good players that hit their ults quick and they end it before that 8-minute happens, there might be players that don't even hit their fourth perk.
True that. True that. Sucks to suck.
Right? And then I guess staying on the same vein, we could talk field upgrades next.
Oof. Well, one last thought on the whole perk thing that I
Okay.
was thinking. What are the other ultimate perks kind of like OP like that? Like if the bird's eye view, also increases the scope of your minimap, and then last stand is a pretty bitch perk. Is there anything else in there that's like sounds pretty crazy?
Well, Ghost is pretty
Uh-huh.
important. That keeps you off the mini map. So then when people get bird's eye, then you got Ghost, you're still not on their map.
But if I'm correct, but is Ghost just Ghost, or is it amplified in any way? Like it's Ghost and Cold Blooded maybe
No,
combined or
because
something?
Cold-Blooded's a bonus perk, so Ghost is just keeps
Oh,
you off the mini map. And then
okay.
but then there's high alerts on there as well.
Okay.
And then
Man,
overclock, which I forgot to actually write down what exactly overclock did. But from what I remember, overclock is it's similar to like what was it? Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 I think had overclock, but you earn your field upgrade quicker, and then overclock will also give you, as soon as you earn it, it gives you an extra field upgrade um like charge. So you basically have 2 of whatever your field upgrade is.
oh shit.
And
That's kind of cool.
that could be pretty intense because they added some new field upgrades that are actually pretty decent.
All right.
So
Let's get into those then.
you have a lot of the same ones that are coming back, like are returning field upgrades, like your dead silence and like shit that's been in the games since. But some of the new ones are there's DDoS, which is basically an EMP. It deactivates electronics and disrupts enemy sensors.
Okay.
And it's not for the whole map. It's only like a certain area around where you use it. So it'd be like if you're getting ready to breach a room, or like say there's a camper and he's got fucking like proximity mines set up, you hit that, now his like UAV's fucked up and all of his fucking proximity mines are fucking
Huh.
deactivated.
Is that a throwable or is that like an ability?
It's like an ability, you like pull out like a cell phone basically and hit like activate on the cell phone, and then it shoots out the like DDoS attack.
Oh, okay, like that chick from Rainbow Six.
Yeah, or like even similar to like a Zero from what was that, Black Ops 4?
Oh, I forgot about Zero. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. All right, fuck yeah.
And then the next new one that I have is Battle Rage, which is a stem that you get health regen, you get tactical equipment resistance, and then your tac sprint is consistently refreshed.
Is that not like the exact same ability of Predator from Ghost Recon Wildlands?
It's the exact same.
Okay, all right. So they're taking more than one page out of Ghost Recon's book today, but cool.
And honestly, like I'm pretty sure it's even called Battle Rage, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
So
That's why
it's
when
the
you said that, I was
exact
like,
same
what
name.
the fuck? That's a little weird. And then the whole third person thing. Okay, all right. Well, I'll save it. I'll save it. But anyway,
So
continue.
then the next is the suppression mine, which is a trip mine that emits a constant sound wave that disrupts vision and slows movement.
Ooh.
They're also, I think, they're just dipping into Ubisoft in general because we're talking about the drill charge. The next is the tactical camera, which is a remote controlled camera that marks that marks enemies. That I think allows you to manually mark enemies or auto mark enemies, I believe. But I could be wrong on the auto part.
Man, okay,
But I mean
okay.
that's Valkyrie from Siege, 100%.
Yeah, this is gonna be some interesting S&D.
And then there's another thing too I'll get to in a second. We'll go like game modes next. But
Cool.
and then the next one I have is a smoke airdrop. A line of drones deploy a smoke wall at a or at a targeted location.
Oh, so that would be almost like a what's that thing from Black Ops 1? The napalm, but smoke?
Yeah, or
Okay.
but they're more like drones. So honestly, like it would be like think back to like back going back to fucking Wildlands again. Think think of
Gorilla.
Gorilla, but him having like 3 or 4 drones all shooting down at the same time.
Damn, all right.
So it'd just be like
Uh
basically a legit smoke screen.
Oh wow.
this is really interesting for Call of Duty.
And
This is
then
going to be an interesting year.
the next one is kind of trolly, but I might fuck around with
Huh.
it because I could see it could also be kind of useful. But the inflatable decoy. You
Metal Gear Solid.
you can either manually with the same way you call it in and use it, you can manually activate it, or it's also a trip mine, so when someone gets within a proximity to it, it'll pop. And it's not just like a fucking blow up doll, like they look like actual soldiers like on their knees holding guns.
Oh. So it's definitely going to like spark a reaction out of somebody.
Yeah, oh, 100%. Like it will, like if you put it in the right spot, like it'll definitely look like someone popping up from cover.
Okay. That sounds fun.
And then the last new one I have is the Recon drone, a remote controlled drone that has manual and auto marking capabilities.
So that's harkening back
Oh.
to like Black Ops 4. Um
Or
that's really interesting.
or Wildlands if you want to stay on fucking
Yeah.
them just taking pages out of Ubisoft's book, but
Yeah, some really interesting changes, taking into account the field upgrades and the perk system. It almost seems like they're trying to go in more of a tactical direction. I don't know if you guys are feeling that vibe, but that's kind of what
yeah.
I'm feeling.
No, I feel that too. And then so that's it for like all the new um field upgrades, but we could go score streaks next if you want.
Yeah, I heard something about a toggle.
Yeah, score. You can now either toggle. It's not a perk anymore. You can toggle between either having them as score streaks or kill streaks. Kill streaks, obviously, you get kills, you earn your streaks. Score,
Hmm.
it costs a little bit more points than it would for kills. So, like, say a UAV costs 350 points when you're on a kill streak, but on a score streak, it might cost like 450. So it basically would
Hmm.
be like an extra kill to get it. But if it's like score streaks from other games, which is the part I'm not sure about. If it's like score streaks from other games, when you die, you don't lose your progress towards your next streak.
Wait. So it's like hard. Isn't that hardline? Like the way hardline used to work? Or
Hardline would always it took like less points to get it.
Okay, maybe I'm confused then. I thought there was a perk fuck, it wasn't kill chain, was it? I'm just throwing out perk names now, but like where it would persist through death.
There was a perk that turned your kill streaks into score streaks, and they would like last through death. But usually the caveat to that is you can only earn one streak once per match.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can't
So
keep
here
like
you're untapped.
yes, so you can't. Well, that I don't know. I have a feeling that your deaths won't affect your score streaks, but if you're doing it via score streaks, you can still probably only earn it once, I would imagine.
Okay. Damn, well, I mean, I like that it's a toggle. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go play domination, you know, I love dominate. Me and Ash love domination. Like, that's a score streak. Game
Right.
mode. I don't care who the fuck you are. That's a score streak game mode.
Right. I mean, I probably would still play kill streaks just because domination's usually where I get most of my kills, but
Yeah, I feel you.
anyways, the actual streaks themselves are, and if you want to stop me on any of them, go ahead.
All right.
But so you have UAV, bomb drone, counter UAV, cluster mine, care package, precision airstrike, cruise missile, mortar strike, sentry gun, SAE, which is similar to like lightning strike. The VTOL, Overwatch Helo, the Wheelson, stealth bomber, chopper gunner, emergency airdrop, advanced UAV, and the last one is Juggernaut.
Okay.
But
so
these,
pretty standard.
yeah, and these, but everything I'm talking about right now too is all shit that's like beta confirmed. These lists I feel like could be either expanded or shrunk after the beta.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I've also seen like leaks or hints at there being AC-130 again, and that's not on this list.
Ooh. Did you say chopper gunner was on that list?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. AC-130. Because if I remember correctly, an AC-130 was pretty similar to like an OP chopper gunner, no?
Yeah, it was the gunship, or it's either always been called either the gunship or the AC-130. But yeah, you had like a minigun, you had like a large bomb, and then you had like a 50 millimeter cannon or whatever. Like you had like 3 or 4 different like weapons that you could switch through, and they would reload after you switched them. So you could shoot like your big bomb, then fucking switch to like your 50 mil, shoot your 50 until it's out, start the reload on that, switch to the next one, and just keep rotating through all your different guns.
Nuts.
Yeah, that shit
Hey,
was
did you say early on? Did you say a cluster grenade?
cluster mine.
Cluster mine.
That was like back in, was it Modern Warfare 3? Had I think it was called the IED, but or something similar to that. But basically, it was like this large thing you stuck on the ground, and then when people would run by it or get close enough, it would shoot basically like a proximity mine out and fucking. And everyone said that they were comparing it to that. So basically, it's just a mine that you set down that shoots out a bunch of like smaller mines.
All right. That sounds interesting. Okay. Cool. Score streak or kill streak though? What's gonna be your go-to? Kill streak?
Probably, depending on what we're playing or how the game's going, because I feel like you can actually toggle that shit from like mid-map. I think is what I heard,
Oh.
is that you can toggle it like mid-map.
Like change
Damn.
it?
So halfway through, you could be like, score streaks just ain't working. Let me pull out a kill streak.
Well, that's kind of the way I understood it, but I also could be understanding it wrong because it could be from like maybe just the score screen editing menu that you can toggle it.
Hmm.
But the way that whoever I was listening to talk about it made it sound like it was mid-map, but I don't know.
Yeah. And it's still early. Like anything we say now, of course, may not be the case upon launch.
100%.
Yeah.
Probably should have prefaced that earlier, but fuck it.
Right.
Hell yeah. Well, damn, that all sounds super fun. Any like other multiplayer game related changes that you guys are thinking about? I know the thing that's been on my mind is third person. I am super interested in that.
The new mode.
I don't know if that was going to be in multiplayer though, the third
I
person view.
it will be. It's gonna be its own game mode. Similar to like Modern Warfare 2019 when it released, they had an NVG game mode when it first launched, but it only for the first 2 weeks a lot of people played it and then like nobody played it, so they kind of got rid of it and it became like a limited time mode.
Mm.
And that's kind of what this is gonna be. Like you have to go select it, so everyone in there's like playing third person. It's not like you have an unfair advantage on anybody.
Oh, really? Because a lot of when I was on Twitter, there was a big misconception then that this was gonna be like in any game mode. Because people like when they posted on Twitter earlier today. Today is Friday, August 16th fucking August, September 16th for anybody who's listening to this. But when I saw them post on Twitter, they posted like the new third person or whatever, and people were like rip COD, you know, and I thought it was gonna be in every game.
No, from what I understand, and I'm pretty sure it was an exclusive Ace video, I want to say that I was watching, but it's like gonna be a game mode that eventually no one will play, and it'll probably become a limited time mode or like a party mode.
God damn it. You know,
You
yeah,
wanted
third
you
person
wanted
mode, you're
third
right.
person?
Oh, dude, Dom wanted to three-peek people all day long.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hell yeah, Ash. I'm playing SND, just watching the corner, gathering fucking intel. Of course I'd do that all day. That's what I would do. That's like the shit. And then somebody tries to run around the corner, and I'm like, gotcha, bitch. I'm sitting right here. Of course.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
But no,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, no, I think it's gonna be its own game mode. The only thing that I think kind of bothers me about it a little bit is every time you ADS, it does like this zoom in over the shoulder to your ADS, so you're actually like aiming down sights.
Yeah, just like Wildlands. One thing though, someone did mention it in Twitter. There was one productive comment, and someone's like, "Can you swap shoulders in third person?" I was like, that's actually a very, it's a very prudent comment. Hadn't thought about that.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
Call of
it's
Duty,
probably going to be the most bare bones third person.
They used to have a third person game mode, and you couldn't swap shoulders.
Okay.
The original Modern Warfare 2 had a third person mode.
Oh yeah, some people were mentioning that.
Yeah.
That's not something I ever remember. Did you ever play that in the heyday?
Yeah. I think you could.
Did you like it?
I think you could do like 1v1s and 2v2s that way.
I feel like if they're gonna throw in 3v or over the shoulder third person, they have to do it right. Like they have to be able to swap shoulders because what are you gonna do? Like you can't view opposite ways.
But this is also the same company that gave us like Ground War. You know what I mean?
Which
is
is
going to be some half-baked idea.
Which is also coming back, by the way.
Oh, fuck. Damn, they're bringing Ground War back too?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the dealio with that? How are they pitching it this time?
They really didn't pitch it at all other than it's bigger scale multiplayer with all the like vehicles and shit. And I think at that reveal, I think they actually played Ground War for a little while. I think they played 6v6 first, then I think they played Ground War, and then they played Warzone Mobile, and then they started streaming Warzone 2.0.
I mean, I am pretty excited for Warzone. I thought that looked pretty promising.
Yeah, there was some stuff when they were talking about Warzone that I thought sounded cool. And especially like factoring in all of this other stuff that we've been talking about how it's going to be more intel based or more tactical. Hopefully in multiplayer, hopefully some of that shit carries over into Warzone.
What I really love that they're adding into, and they did say that this is kind of going to be a trial run during betas, is the two-person gulag, which I personally love. I feel like it gives you more of a chance to kind of get back, especially if, you know, if you're the only person left on your team, but I mean, you get in a good position, are able to kill both people, you
Yeah,
and your partner are coming back.
true. But what about that AI dude that's in the gulag with you?
I was just gonna say that. Like, I was stoked about the Gulag until I found out there's an AI there that's like armored up.
Wait, so there's an armored up guy and you're also fighting two other people?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's an
I didn't
armored
even hear
inmate
about
hanging
this.
out in the gulag.
What the
Yeah,
fuck? Well,
Yeah, Exclusive Ace did a video on it, and that AI fucked him up, dude. He runs up on that
yep.
fucking AI thinking it's a player, and he's got a shotgun. Puts like 6 or 7 fucking rounds into that fucker, and that dude just turns
Yeah,
around on him and fucking shits on his face.
yeah, it was pretty nasty. That
That,
looked like shit.
yeah, that was the
okay.
part that I was like, what the fuck?
Well, what's with the whole AI thing? Because they're also doing that to regular Warzone, which I'm kind of torn on. You know, they're gonna have people apparently like these AI teammates are just gonna be hanging out like it's Ghost Recon Breakpoint in one of these buildings. They got nothing to do all day, and they're just gonna be hanging out in there. Um, oh, on the one hand, it's like this could be cool because you can't just move super freely. You have to take your time clearing buildings, clearing rooms, make sure you're doing things smart and not giving away your position. But then on the other hand, if you do need to make a quick move and you run into a pack of 2,000 health fucking AI dudes,
Well,
uh, that's not going to be fun.
I did
Yeah,
watching some of the streams and like people doing videos on it, like the AI that are actually like in like on the Warzone map, they don't have shit for health. Like everyone said they're pretty much pointless. They're
Okay.
like people
mm,
are actually a little more frustrated with them because like you'll be going through a building looting and then all of a sudden there's just some AI fucking humping a donut in the fucking corner. Doesn't necessarily shoot at you until he sees you and then he'll start shooting at you so you have to like you're basically forced to kill him. And killing him's easy, but now you're shooting and giving your position away.
Hmm.
I can see that being a
And
problem.
yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of it depends on the location as well. Like, if these guys are going to be patrolling, just like so, to use the original Warzone map as an example, if they're hanging out behind double doors, you know, like the most obvious entrance point for a building, then maybe they're there to punish rushing. Is my thought
It that
behind it?
that could be, but from like all of the streams or any of the videos saw or watched of it, the AIs were literally always in like the middle of the hallway, just kind of standing there.
Just pointless.
Yeah, like they weren't right on the other side of a
Hmm.
door or anything like that. They're just kind of in the middle of the hallway, like I said, like literally humping donuts, just kind of chilling.
Oh fuck. Yeah, then you wonder why did they respond to that? Did they give like their perspective on why they threw those dudes in there?
I'm sure they did, but like if they did, I didn't catch or see that part as
Yeah,
I was more interested in the multiplayer, so I spent way more time like going over like the multiplayer part of the reveal.
I hear you. You know, and I'm there too with you. Like I was not a big fan of original Warzone. I wasn't even a big fan of Blackout. You know, which seems to be the what would you call it? The battle royale now that everybody thought was better than Warzone, but nobody mentioned at the time of release of Warzone. Um,
Well, and they're saying this Warzone 2 is actually kind of going back that direction, and there's a lot of people that are
hmm.
actually comparing it to more of like a PUBG.
Which is definitely cool. And
'Cause the other thing I like about this Warzone is there aren't loadout drops.
yeah, I heard that. Like, what do you have to go up to a box and you have to buy your gun and you have to buy attachments for it or something
Yeah,
like
you have
that?
to buy weapons and buy attachments from like buy stations or like 100% loot everything you have.
Hmm.
can't like, which is kind of cool because I mean, it's still there's still obviously going to be a meta. Like eventually everyone's going to be like, oh, buy the M4 with these attachments, and this is like how you get like how you do it. But
Hmm.
you're not going to have these fucking loadouts to where like everyone and their mom's trying to call in these loadouts so they can get OP as fuck. Like you got to buy your shit, and like from everything I was watching, they were saying that money was actually really hard to come by. Like you weren't getting money as fast as you do, like you would in Warzone, like Warzone 1. You're not getting money that
Hmm.
quick. And it also costs an extra $1,000 to like buy your teammates back. Instead of 3,000, it's 4,000.
Which is probably a good thing.
And then the devs were also talking about having more like your loot that you would find in like a certain location would still be like semi-random, but like say you find a gun on a shelf, there'll always be a gun on that shelf.
Okay, so you can learn the spots.
Yeah, and so you can start to like develop paths and shit like that, like through the maps.
That's cool. And see, that's where it brings me in. Like as a person who hated Warzone, the reason I hated Warzone so much after playing it a while was just the fucking randomness of it. And it was like you couldn't make informed decisions.
Right.
And what I kind of like about this is maybe they're giving you that option to use your brain a little bit.
Right. Well, because yeah, and then one of the other things they said is there'll always be places that are better for loot than others, because it's basically they made it so like the military had already like rolled through there, and then you're kind of like not necessarily cleanup crews, but you're kind of like basically coming in after the military rolled through there. So there'll be parts that are more like militarized, like fortified, and they'll have like better weapons and ammo and shit. And then one of the other thing is just like when you need like stims, bandages, shit like that, like where would those be? They'd be in medicine cabinets. Where would medicine cabinets be? They'd probably be in like bathrooms
Mm.
and shit. So like every bathroom has like a medicine cabinet in it, and if you open the medicine cabinet, that's where your meds are. Like
So it makes sense.
exactly.
Oh.
I
Okay.
I think I'm more likely to play this personally than Warzone 1. I know
Yeah.
that's probably a hot take and not like the fucking mass majority. I'm sure most people are probably like, "Oh, this is bullshit. Like, fuck this." But I think it's kind of cool. I'm more willing to give it a try, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Like this is totally like bringing me into Warzone 2. Um and you know what I find so interesting? They're making all of these drastic changes even though Warzone 1 was a $1 billion success.
Right,
You know what I mean? It brought in so much money. Why are they making these changes? Like what are the people on the other side of the fucking screen thinking to
well,
make these changes?
my thought is they may still. I don't know if Warzone 1 will be dead after this. Like, I have a feeling they
Mm.
might still kind of update it here and there, not to the extent they are now. But I half wonder if they're trying to get the players that are still playing PUBG and DayZ and those games that aren't about that loadout meta, if they're
Uh,
trying to get them to come over to their battle royale.
that makes sense to me. That's a good marketing
I
practice. You know,
mean,
say, hey, come over here, fucking check out our game.
right.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I mean, I did take some other notes on fucking Warzone 2. Let me see if I have
Yeah.
anything that we haven't really talked about yet. Oh,
Well, you know, and while you're, oh, sorry, if you already found something, go for it. I
no,
was
I
just gonna
I
fill
was gonna say
space.
I just remembered I remembered that the circles close like it's gonna close different.
Oh,
Yeah, the three.
yeah.
Yeah, and then the three circles will eventually merge to one small circle when there's like almost no one left.
I definitely like that.
I think it's kind of cool and interesting. Exclusive Ace did bring up a good point though. He said there was one time where one of the circles where it closed was literally the only thing inside the circle was either water or like a runway that went out under the over the water, so there was literally no fucking cover inside that circle.
Well, there's swimming, like swim shooting now too.
Right, but I mean, the only thing you can use underwater is your pistol. So if you think about it in Warzone, how often do you have a pistol? Usually you have, if you're having two, you have
Yeah,
two
fuck.
primaries. So there
Okay, yeah.
if you're actually underwater, you wouldn't be able to engage at all because you'd have nothing to shoot with.
Then you might actually want a pistol. At some point, like, it might actually be smart to be carrying a pistol around. Like, what if the circle closes over water? Or what if the best circle for you is in water?
Right. I mean, it's just another
that's
thing
just another layer.
right. And the other thing they're adding that I thought was kind of cool, which I don't know if we'll ever use it, but they're adding proximity chat.
I heard about that. Yeah. But who's going to be in gaming chat? Who's going to be in game chat?
Right. I mean, on console, probably not very many, but I feel like you might get a lot of PC players and shit that are on proximity chat.
That'd be a good fucking equalizer then.
Mm-hmm.
That's the equalizer to the PC noobs out there. No offense.
Well,
yeah.
The only thing is, being in a party chat, we wouldn't hear their proximity chat either.
Oh, really? Is that how it works?
I don't think so. Yeah, because I think like being in a party chat pretty much blocks game chat, and proximity chat would still be a game chat function.
Damn. That would be something fun to play around in, though. I could totally see us like on, Friday nights just getting hammered, going play some Warzone 2 in game chat for that reason.
Right.
That sounds fun.
Right.
Well, and then in Gulag, you can talk with whoever you're in there with and kind of strategize and try to make a good play as best you can in a Gulag.
Oh, you know what? Speaking about that Gulag, because it's 2v2, Ash, you bring up a good point. What if you die, but your teammate clutches it up and clutches up the 2v1?
You both get in.
Yeah, I think if your team wins, the team that wins, they both go back, I believe.
I thought
nice.
I was watching Tommy something
yeah, Tommy T 999.
Yeah, I was watching him and he was in the Gulag at one point. He died, his partner won it, and so they both, or no, he was playing, his teammate died, but he clutched it up and then they both went back in the game.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you remember Tommy T 999? You remember that dude?
No.
Oh fuck, he used to do the like the clip of the year, the clip of the month, for like up until like Black Ops 3. I remember seeing him. He used to get tons of views on that, but I guess Ash went and checked out his stream. He only had like 70 people streaming now. It's just kind of sad to see, when you see those OGs like Chaos and
Right.
Hollow.
Well, Hollow like doesn't even fucking play Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah, he does like fucking those.
He plays like horror games and shit now.
And gets like 10,000 views a video.
I'm still subscribed to him and watch him occasionally, but
I used to love that dude back when he was doing COD videos.
Dude, hey, fucking Hollow. I think the ones I used to watch the most were Hollow, Chaos, and probably Drifter. And I think I don't watch really any of them anymore. But then again, like none of them are really doing COD videos anymore. Like Chaos just does his like top 10 videos, and I'm like, that's cool, but I don't really want to watch this.
Yeah, not anymore. I remember he used to do like the top 10, Call of Duty maps, and I would be all about that shit. The top 10 ARs and all that shit.
Right.
I would watch the hell out of those, but yeah, times change. It's interesting.
But then I did have a couple more things still on the multiplayer side. Going backwards, but some game modes. One of the new game modes, which another Wildlands shout out. This is what I was talking about earlier, but it's called Prisoner Rescue.
No. I'm getting nightmares.
Extraction.
Can you guess what you do, Dom?
Oh man, I you know what? If I had to guess, I would say that there's someone locked in a cage somewhere, sewing some Nike shoes together, and you have to go and rescue them and lead them out of, this terrorist organization that they're a part of.
It's not quite the same. It's actually,
All
I
right.
think this Prisoner Rescue is actually done better than Wildlands, like Extraction. Because there's no cage. and B, you don't escort the motherfucker. You pick the fucker up, throw him over your shoulder, and you can sprint with them.
You can sprint with the guy.
Yeah,
All right.
but it's
Do you just have a pistol during this? I assume.
actually I don't think you have any weapon when you're running with the
Ooh.
fucking when you're running with the prisoner. I don't think you have any. I'm trying to remember now. I'm like trying to visualize the video I was watching earlier, but I don't. I'm pretty sure that they were just straight sprinting. That it was a fist in their left hand and the body thrown over the right shoulder, and they're just fucking trying to like cook with him. But it's also just like Wildlands in the fact that it's elimination. So if your team dies before you extract him, you lose. If you extract him, you win. If you eliminate the enemy team, you win.
What the hell, man?
But otherwise, yeah, it's lit. And there's also two of them. There's an A prisoner and a B
What?
prisoner.
Oh my god.
Yep,
These guys have been playing some Ghost Wars since it got on Game Pass. They played this and they're like, "Oh shit,
right,
let's throw this into the mix."
right. And then there's another new one called Knockout, which that one looks to me like I think it's cash, but whatever it is, it's in the center of the map. Both teams are trying to pick it up, and whoever holds it for the longest wins. But it's also elimination, no respawns. So basically, it turns into a game of kill the other team.
Nice. I like it. I like those game modes. Like even though it'll turn into that kill stuff every once in a while, it's always nice to catch a team that's going for the kills that forgets about the objective. Um,
Right. Oh, 100.
that's always a good
I
time.
love that shit. I used to do that shit in the gulag a lot in my 1v1s. Like I would engage and then I'd catch him in the corner, like just camp in the corner, like waiting, pre-aiming, and
Yeah.
the flag would pop up and I'd be like, well, I'm gonna hop on that then and just end this real quick. Or even in like the 2v2s and that 3v3s and when people forget about the flag and it's like, well, I'm here to win, not just get kills. So
Yeah.
because
Hell yeah.
that's the biggest thing about me. Like, I like my kill death ratio, but I think I honestly care more about my win loss ratio. I hate fucking losing.
Uh, I'm with you,
Mhm.
man. I will go fucking double negative if it means that I go double positive.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Like, if I can get the win by going negative, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Even though, like,
Seriously.
Even though in Vanguard I had, like, almost a 2.0 KD, um, and so, like, once it started getting higher, I think I started caring a little bit more about my KD, but my win loss ratio was still at, like, a 1.7.
Ooh. Well, you know what's interesting about this, and this is just me extrapolating. Feel free to correct me. But when I played Wildlands, right, and I was more concerned with winning, my KD didn't start out that great. I think I remember I had like a 1.1 with Point Man. But as I cared about my win loss more, my KD came up as a result.
In Wildlands,
You know,
Mm.
I could definitely see that. But like,
yeah,
say you're in a game of like domination or something, like I'll go lay on a point or like hard point. I'll go lay on a fucking point and fucking sit there as long as I need to and either get no
yeah,
kills or just die a shitload and just keep running back to the point to try and grab time. Like, I don't know.
yeah, for sure. It's fundamentally different,
But
but yeah, I'm sure if like you focus on that win loss, I mean, if you're coming in with like a 6, you know, or something crazy win loss, that's way more threatening than a crazy KD.
right, at least that's how I've kind of always felt about it.
Yeah.
And then I think one of the leaks said, which I'm kind of excited about it because I used to thoroughly enjoy the game mode, but I also heard that capture the flag might come back.
Oh,
And
nice.
I used to play a lot of capture the flag. I really used to love the shit out of that.
Yeah. Honestly, those party game modes, that's what I want to see come back. You know, they bring back CTF if they bring back. Have you haven't heard anything about gun game, have you?
I have not, but gun game was always, it used to be anyways, gun game was always kind of like a Treyarch thing.
Yeah, true.
But I think all the studios are working a little bit closer now than they used to, so it could potentially come back.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to see come back too for sure are like 2v2s and like 2v2s and like 3v3s and shit. Like those were fun. I enjoyed those.
Yeah, I think for Vanguard, despite all of its bullshit, we did like I remember having fun on those 3v3s. That was pretty fun. Like when they had the special events where it was like 3v3 Dom.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good time.
Well, and 'cause you guys didn't play Cold War at all, did you?
To be honest with you, man, I think I was stoned throughout all of Cold War. I don't think I played any of it. I just missed it.
Cause Cold War had a 3v3, but it was like you actually got to like select your classes.
Ooh.
So it wasn't like gunfight where it was like either 2v2 or 3v3, but with everyone having the same gun. Like they had a 3v3 where you could actually like select your own classes and shit, and I played the fuck out of that.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure like me, Chiba, and Jacob, like that was the only thing we played. We'd get on, we'd just play that.
I don't fucking blame you. I played the beta for that game and I was like, I don't know.
The beta
Same for me.
the beta for that game wasn't that great.
Yeah.
That's why
I was not sold.
That's why too I want to keep playing Modern Warfare 2 because a lot of the videos I'm watching that everyone's saying there's like it's like a mix between like Modern Warfare 2 and like Black Ops 2 is like how the movement feels.
Fuck. Totally down for that.
And then but yeah, like well, I was gonna say that there's no slide canceling, but Shotzi figured out how to break the game already.
Yeah, how do you do that? Because I heard, with my limited knowledge, I heard that if you tap the button, you'll slide. And if you hold it down, you'll dolphin dive. And if you slide, that you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah, he found out that if you switch to your secondary weapon, so your pistol, and then you run, start your slide. While sliding, swap to your primary, ADS, and then jump. You'll slide cancel.
Oh.
Okay, great. Pull that shit off. Without a scuff.
And
Like, fuck.
watching him play, he's doing it on every fucking corner and just breaking the fuck out of out of the fucking cameras. Like he's shooting people and they don't even fucking know he's there yet.
That's tough. You think they're gonna patch it? You think they're gonna see that and be like, that's not what we're going for? Or?
Potentially they could, because it is still beta. He found out how to break it in the beta, and then he found a second way to break it, and figure out how to slide cancel without the like swapping of the weapons. But you go in and there's like all these different like mantle options. You turn all of them off, and then there's a mount option that is normally set to like you have to like press a certain button to mount on the corner. If you turn
Yeah.
if you turn that to ADS, so you ADS as soon as you mount, for some reason when you start your slide, ADS and then jump, it has the same effect. It'll fucking cancel your slide.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How do you figure that out?
Dude, I don't know.
Well, just to qualify all of this for those who aren't familiar, Shotzi is like probably top 3, would you say, SMGs in the game?
I'd say yeah, probably top. I'd give him at least top 5 SMG, if not higher. But I'd
Okay.
have to say that he's like top 2 or top 3, maybe even the best at like just movement in general.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. He's so fun to watch, and it's so tough to see them lose. But on that note, I'm incredibly happy. You said Optic are gonna be staying together, right? They're gonna be sticking with this roster,
Yeah,
or no?
it's not. I don't think it's official yet. But if you talk to like Scump or any of them, they're all saying that they're running it back. Like it's for sure running. They're just gonna run it back.
Fuck yeah.
I thought
And
I
then-
saw something on the Call of Duty League Instagram saying that they were going to keep them together.
There might have been. I might have just missed it. But yeah, I think
I hope, man. That's a fun team to watch.
so. I'm pretty sure Optics running it back, and then one that is 100% confirmed is Surge. Surge gonna run it back.
Yes.
No,
Except for Mac.
I'm saying
Fuck him.
Mac's a bummer. And then
No offense to Mac, but he needs to be on a different team.
I'm also pretty sure that 100 Thieves are also running it back. Which that
Yeah, I
makes
think I
sense.
saw something.
They won
They
champs.
better.
It makes sense to run their team back. They won champs. Like you have no reason to drop people.
Hmm.
I think from what we saw in CDL this past year, Thieves were by far the best strategic team. Oh my fucking god, they were phenomenal with their positioning.
Yeah.
And I think that's what won them chaps.
Oh, 100%.
Such a fun team.
100%. And then the other three teams that I know for sure, FaZe is now going to be Abizi, Celium, Simp, and Slasher. So they dropped Arcides.
That is so. I remember you messaging me about that, and my first thought was, why? Because our city seemed like the most mentally stable one of the team, from my view. Like, I don't know, something about Abizi's eyebrows just gets me, and Simp always seemed a little weird. But and Celium's a good player, but who's Slasher?
I don't
Slasher
know.
played
Celium's
for
cocky.
Slasher played for Gorillas last year. He's been around for a while. Slasher's definitely one of the like veteran players.
And it's so funny because I don't even remember his name.
He
Probably
didn't.
because he was on Gorillas.
He didn't play this past season, did he?
Yeah, he did. But trying to think who all was on fucking so it was I think was it no, Sprat played for fucking Gunless.
It was the main roster for Gorillas. Is that what we're looking at?
Well, the original main roster for Gorillas. Because the official Gorillas roster now is Arcides, Neptune, Hook, and Sprat.
That's almost a complete redux. Because what it was, Hugh, Asim, did Sprat sub for them?
Yeah, Sprat played for Gunless. Because
Okay.
it was a seam Slasher, Hook, and I think Gunless was what they started with.
Okay. I find it interesting that Gorillas are going to change it up. I mean, Gorillas didn't really perform that well, but they did win a major in the losers bracket, which is no joke.
Yeah. And Slasher was playing when they won that major. Slasher was definitely playing. So
Yeah.
Slasher's been on the scene since 2013.
Wow,
Damn.
he's been around for a
God
bit.
damn.
And
Is that Ghost?
he's played for 2013, yeah, probably. And some of the like teams of note that he's played for was Elevate, Curse, FaZe, Envy, Rise Nation, 100 Thieves, Optic, LA Thieves, LA Gorillas, and now he's back at FaZe.
Man, he's been all over.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the Gorillas confirmed now as Arcides, Neptune, Hook, and Sprat. And Neptune was a sub for not a sub, but I think it's a sub if I remember right, he's a submachine gun player. For
Hook?
no, Neptune.
Neptune.
And I'm pretty sure it was for I want to say the subliners.
I did not pay much attention
But-
to either of those teams.
But anyways,
Same.
the other confirmed roster that I have is Minnesota Rocker, and they are now going to be Afro, Attach, Vance, and Cammy.
Wait,
So they,
who did
So
Afro
Afro,
used to play for?
he came from my fucking Ravens,
Yeah.
man. I cannot believe they got rid of his
yeah,
ass.
Afro played for London Royal Ravens. Attach was a Minnesota Rocker, so he's coming back. And then Bance and Cammy were both from Toronto Ultra.
Oh,
Mm. That's gonna be a dangerous team.
Right? And then the other CDL, this is the last CDL like breaking news as of a few hours ago that I have. Crim6 retired.
Thank God. Take those sunglasses to the Mexican beach. Just hang out for a bit, man. You don't need to be in the CDL anymore. Thank God he retired.
29 years old. He's been playing since he was 13.
wow.
16-year. He's playing since he was 13.
Yep.
Wow, 16 years ago. Was he playing Halo back then?
Fuck, what was 16 years ago?
That was 2006.
I think Modern War or COD 4 was like his first big COD, and that was 2007.
Holy hell. Been playing since the original Call of Duty. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, not necessarily a big fan of Crim, but he's definitely done a lot for and with the CDO, and he had a hell of a career, dude.
And he's one of those guys you just love to hate. You know, and as much as you need, as much as you don't, like maybe I voted for him to lose, I was rooting for him to lose a lot. He's a guy you like to root against.
Right.
If that makes any
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. He played the persona well. Have you heard anything about what's that other guy? The guy who was an asshole who was on sub. I think he was on the subliners. Was it Clayster? Clayster. Did our Wi-Fi just go down? No, what the hell? My internet just went down.